Hey everybody, just a short video on a modification of a guitar by fellow YouTuber Andre Flood. This is an Abasi Emmy. Today we are installing new pickups, making a custom made pickguard, and new wiring. Gonna go with 2 humbuckers. We have the pickguard material that we'll make the new one out of that matches the cream color of the guitar. First, take off some strings. If you look closely, the 2 knobs actually don't screw into the pickguard itself. The 3-way blade switch does and the pickups do, so it's a weird hybrid. These wires from the pickups are too short, so let's actually screw that back on a little bit and we'll undo the wires so we can take that off. Taking off the back plate on this guitar, the blue tape you see is actually from the stock system, which uses active pickups and a rechargeable USB battery inside. Since these old Seymour Duncans are just going in a baggie, probably used for a different guitar, I can just clip them where they're soldered on. And we'll be able to pull off the pickguard. These were all Seymour Duncan humbuckers in a single coil form factor. Taking out some grounding lugs. You can actually see now that the knobs don't actually attach to the pickguard, they pass through. After stripping down the pickguard, we can start on the new one. This is the blank stock of material. We're going to use the old pickguard as the template for the new one. Just roughing out a square on the bandsaw. Now I'm going to do something that I had to do multiple times throughout this modification. Apply tape to the back or front of the old pickguard. Cut the tape a little closer. And we're going to do the same thing for the new pickguard material. So I'm going to be using some thin wood blocks, but just to give me some space between the old pickguard and the new pickguard material. This will help later when we're using the router table. Now take that old pickguard and glue it to the new material. Roughing it out on the bandsaw. And over to the router table, where I have a bearing that will ride on the old pickguard material and cut out the new pickguard underneath. And because I don't have the dust collection set up for the camera shot, there is thousands of little pieces of cream, black cream, little confetti flying out everywhere. After that was done, you can actually see how much these 2 pieces are stuck together by that tape and glue technique. So I tape them together again, this time without the blocks separating them. Making sure to line them up very precisely. And that was so I could drill and countersink the holes for the screws. After I had the holes for the screws, I could put it on the guitar and lay out a center line and where I want the new pickups to go, using a template to stick on there. I drilled out some large holes on the inside to get rid of the bulk of the material, and then we go over to the router table with a similar bit to cut out the final shape. Same with the pickup in the bridge position. Now we have to move on to routing out the actual guitar so the humbuckers will fit. Similar to the pickguard itself, use tape to protect the guitar. Line up the matching pickup routing cavity template and use a new router bit so we get a very clean cut. Taking very small bites, probably 1/16 of an inch, and going in the correct direction. Take it very slow. Just a little bit at a time. A lot of sawdust, but here you can see I'm taking very small bites. Then drop the router bit down a little bit and continue on. After feeling a little more comfortable, going a little faster, sticking my finger in there for some reason. Don't do that. That was bad. That was dumb. With the template removed, we can see that now the humbucker will fit in there. Have to do the neck, but this is a set neck guitar and we have that neck in the way, so I actually have to copy that template onto a piece of wood, chop off the top so it can clear that neck. We can get the router in there, tape on both surfaces, double-sided foam tape to stick them together, and line it up good. Same as the last one, just taking my time, going nice and easy, and afterwards turned out good. Check to make sure the pickups actually sit in the cavity well, and I see that these little sharp corners rub up against the round corners that the router makes. So I went in with a chisel, very light taps. Only a tiny bit of material to take off. I needed to duplicate the shape of the template out of wood so I can stick the new pickguard to it and use it for the bevel. Taking little bites with this router bit also. As far as wiring for this job, it was a stacked pot and a 3-way switch, 2 pickups, nothing too crazy. After wiring up the pickups, I realized I need to shield those cavities. So to protect the pickups and the guitar itself, I'm wrapping these up with some paper towel and using copper foil to shield the places that are newly cut wood. After that, use a multimeter to make sure everything makes continuity with ground. And same with the bridge position pickup. Needed to drill a new hole to ground the strings, using the back of the claw to ground, and a very long drill bit. Soldering that up as well. After installing the pickups, I do a little bit more soldering, make sure every connection is good. String it up and do a setup, making sure to adjust the height of the pickups. So here's the before and after. This is the old Pickguard, 3 single coils with the blade switch. And here we have our new custom made one, 2 humbuckers, stacked pots, 3-way switch. I think this guitar came out great. It looks great, it sounds great. Andre really has great taste in both guitars and color scheme, how things will sound, how things will come out in the end. Really great guitar. It's always hard to give this one back when I work on it. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, if you have a stringed instrument in the New Jersey area that you need repairs, modifications, setups, anything, don't forget to reach out. My contact information is in the description. Thank you and have a good day.